Hey guys, welcome back to Stinson Farms. Hey, I'm up at the farm today. Been loading out some hay. Got another customer coming here in about an hour. Load some out for them. And I had a little time, and I'm up here walking around, looking at some future projects. Some things I want to get done. And the sad part about it is it's muddy now, of course. Probably will be till spring. But by the time I get around to having time to do these things, the ground's muddy, and I got some dirt work I need to do that needs to be done when the ground's dry. I just don't usually have time to do them when they need to be done. But I've got a wet spot here at the end of this field. And if you can see where my truck's parked over there, what we use for a road comes up this fence line, and right dead in front of me between me and the truck was a spot that was growed up. Has a couple trees in it, and it is an old road bed that come through here years ago, but it had been grown up and they had been going around it and coming through here, and they've created this mud hole here. And I ripped through this to see if I could get the ground to, get it to drain the water. It don't look like that really done a whole lot, because the way this lays, it kind of all comes this way through the ground. So I'm going to move the road back over here. I've got to do some dirt work here, and I got to get this leveled up, and it's going to take a lot of dirt moved in here, which that's not a problem. I've got some rocky dirt where I've cleaned up another spot, put some tiles in. I'm gonna put that in as a bed in here to all this, and then I'll come back over top of it with some good topsoil. And I want to get this road moved back over here, and then get this built back up and get it back more productive and get rid of that mud hole. And I've got the edge going down this old fence row here. I need to take some of these fence rows out, is what I need to do. But for the time being, I need to trim some limbs all the way down through there and give myself a little more room to get between the fence row and the tree. And one reason I haven't took these fence rows out is because the trees are bigger than my equipment. I'm gonna have to get a dozer in here to do it, and I don't like dozer piles. But I mean, I know it's a necessity when you're cleaning up, and I've got places we can make dozer piles and get them out of the way, but I don't want them out here in the middle of the field. But we need to trim some limbs down through there. Let's see, I've got a couple of other spots out in the field need to do some dirt work on, and I don't know if I'll be able to get all that done this winter because of the condition of the ground. Of course, trimming the limbs, that's no problem. Just gotta get around to doing that. I am going to take out a section of this fence row here. I took out about 100 feet of it last winter. I'm going to take out about another 300 or 400 feet of it at least, and get it backed up to those cedar trees up there. Just to open this up, since I'm row cropping this here, just combine these fields together instead of having this divider in between it. But that's what we're going to work on there. And I'm not really doing anything today, just waiting on the hay customer to get here. But just thought to myself I'd come up here and check these things out. So I don't know, we'll see what's coming up. Everything's kind of slow right now. We got, of course, all the crops in, everything done for the year, and done all of the tillage that I could do in preparation for the spring until it started getting too wet. I've got about half of the crop fields ripped. I'll have to do the other half in the spring, but at least we got that much done and that far ahead. I was wanting to get everything done, but the the weather just caught me. So got a few limbs down through here I need to trim, and on back and some other spots, open some roads up a little bit where I can get my equipment through a little better. This was an old cattle farm for many years, and it was fenced and cross fenced, and there's gates and places where they the fence rows has grown up, and the gate opens are kind of closed in and are not as accessible as they need to be to get through with my equipment. But we managed so far, but little by little we'll get it cleaned up and get it more like I like it. But I do like this old place. It's a pretty farm, and I want to make it look as nice as I can and be as usable as possible. And hopefully this spring's or next summer's crop will be productive. I think we're going to go 100% corn this coming year, and we'll have about 60 acres of corn here and a little bit at home. Still working on trying to lease another farm. Not sure about that yet, but that still may be possible. By the time spring gets here, I've got to go talk to him again. First chance I get, but it'll be about another 40 to 60 acres max if we do that too, and that's plenty for me doing this on my own. Well guys, I'm gonna head back down to the barn and wait on these guys to get here. I'll see you in just a minute. So I've got about another 110 bale, square bale hay. It's all sold. Just got to get it loaded out and get it gone. And I'm gonna try to move some of the equipment up here that's at the house for the winter, because I'm out of room at home. I need to get everything in the dry. I've got a little bit of room up here. I'm gonna try to get some stuff moved up here and get everything at home in the dry. I got, I think, 3 or 4 round bales I can let go. Keep the rest of it. I'm gonna need it. But we'll go down here and look at a couple things that I got coming up. This is another thing to go in the barn. Get the hay loaded out. Get it in the dry. And I've got here on my old white disc, I've got a tire that's flat there on the inside. On the left hand side there, I've got to change that tire. And this gang right here, I broke a disc out here on the end. I need to get it repaired, or another disc put on. And then these are loose. My bearings and all's good, but I don't know if that spacer's just wore down or what, but I'm going to take that bearing and everything off and get everything tightened up on that whenever I do the disc. Put the disc back on and get it going. That's about all I really need to do to the disc, is change that, work on that gang right there and change the tire, and it'll be good. I think that's it. And my old Harold there is, it is what it is. It's fine. But the Moco needs to go in the dry. It's set out since not since I owned it. I had it in dry for a while, but I ran out of room when I started putting hay up. So it is out here in the weather. It needs to go in the dry. I bet that old tree right there could tell some stories. It has been here for a while. The top of it's dead. Well guys, I didn't really have anything going on today. Just walking around waiting. I had the camera, so I thought I'd grab it. And just got some future projects coming up that I want to do here at the farm. I've got some other projects at home, some projects in the shop and things I'm going to try to get completed during the winter and get those out of the way. And going to be building a couple of lean-tos on a little building there for shelter for my calves and my goats, and that'll be coming up soon. Got like I said, some shop work. I got a new truck I'm working on. I'll try to get some of that filmed and video on that. I think y'all would really like it. I've never really shown that truck in any videos, but it's a pretty slick old truck, but we're doing some engine work on it, and I'll try to make some videos of that. And you know, it's winter time, so just not a lot of farming going on, but we'll be making some more feed. I've got to work on my mixer. I'm gonna try to make one more batch of feed, and that'll do me for a little while, and I'm gonna pull the bottom auger out of that and redo that auger. So it's I'll try to bring you along for that as well. But like I said, we got a lot of projects, and I always go into this time of year with a lot of projects. I usually get 1 or 2 of them done. The rest of them are still projects that's hanging around next year, but we'll see what we can do. But if it is dry enough, one of the first things I'm gonna get on is this hole up here and try to get it fixed up. And I don't know, I filmed a little bit of it, but when we first bought this farm, the road coming in was in really bad shape, and I got a little bit of it filmed, I think showed you, but I don't know to what extent, I can't remember, but it was really bad. And we got it fixed up, tiles and gravel and stuff, and got a good road coming in here now, at least up to the barn. But still got a lot of other things we want to do. Got a fence I want to put up out front, put some gates up and different things, and just never a shortage of projects, just a shortage of time and opportunity to do them. But that's what we're going to be working on coming up. And guys, I really appreciate you being there. I appreciate you watching the videos. I know this ain't nothing special, and you're probably done tired of me talking, but I really do appreciate you. And I hope you continue to watch and support the channel. And hopefully some of these things I've talked about today, we can have some videos coming out pretty soon. My little 317G sitting there, it really needs to be working, and I'm gonna work on that as soon as I can, because hopefully we don't have to deal with too awful much mud doing it. But I'd a lot rather do it when it's dry, but when it's dry, I've got other things I gotta do. So that's just the way it works. But we'll see what we can do with it. But guys, I thank you, and I appreciate you being here, and we'll see you next time.